Hey everybody, welcome back to another video here on the Washington Football Maniacs YouTube podcast. My name is Greg. I am your host. And of course, this channel is dedicated to news and commentary for your Washington Commanders. If you're down with that, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, okay? Because I want you to know when I release videos, and I don't always release them at the same time. So there you go. There you have it. Okay, folks. Talk about this one. I don't know how much of this is true, and I don't like reporting on things that are just rumors, but I happened to see this on X, and I figured it was worthy to kind of comment on. I also don't like commenting much on former players, but every now and then you have to, especially with Robert Griffin III, because he's been such an outspoken person, being in the league when he left the Redskins, when, of course, he retired, and he's got a podcast, and just a very outspoken gentleman. Well, here's a rumor that former Commanders and Ravens and Cleveland Browns, you forgot that he was playing on the Browns as well, quarterback Robert Griffin, he says junior. He is not the junior. He's the third, folks. This is already gives me less credibility in this reporting, has hinted at an NFL comeback. Now, is this going to happen? Probably not. I don't know. Now, you have some people who still feels like he can play. But and I will say this, why not? Give him an opportunity to play. I mean, if Josh Johnson can come back and play in the NFL after being gone for so many years, how long was it? It was a long time that Josh Johnson was gone. And then the Redskins brought him back to the NFL. He had played with, I think it was the Bills, and brought him back to the NFL during that year where we were just trying to sign anybody and everybody to play quarterback. I think it was 2018, the year that Alex Smith, sorry, brain fart, Alex Smith got his horrific leg injury. Our quarterbacks were dropping like flies. And so we brought in Josh Johnson to play. I think he won like his very first NFL game. He never won an NFL game when he played in the NFL, but he comes back, and now he's back with the Redskins, or back with the Commanders. I know you guys love it when I call them Redskins. I do too. And it's kind of funny, but I guess, Robert Griffin III is looking at this and going, well, if Josh Johnson can do it, why can't I? And yeah, why can't he? I would love to see Robert Griffin back in the NFL. Why not? I mean, you got some people who feel like that he could still play. You got one guy that says RG3 is still probably better than half the current quarterbacks. Maybe. I don't know. Some say it's probably best for him to stay retired. He has noodle knees. He won't last 6 games. His accuracy is below average, and most importantly, he's old. Well, I have to say that. I have to say this. I used to think that a quarterback who was over 30, was over 32, is in the golden years of their, the twilight years of their career. But now, since we had witnessed the Tom Brady who played almost into his mid-40s, Aaron Rodgers playing until 40, I don't, especially with the rules now, with the quarterbacks, hits on quarterbacks and stuff. I think that he's not too old. I mean, why not? Give him opportunity if he can catch on with the team. Now, of course, he's not going to be starting unless that there's some injuries and stuff like that. But there's probably plenty of quarterback needy teams who are willing to bring him in. Say, hey, I mean, if you can come in and make the squad as a backup, that's fine. Maybe you fit our style of offense. Maybe you don't, but we really don't know what RG3 has in him in terms of his physical ability with his legs. That was really how he made his bread and butter in that rookie season was his legs. Um, if you go back, honestly though, if you go back and look at a lot of his passes, a lot of his passes were thrown behind receivers and things like that. He made some good passes too. I'm not trying to bag on RG3, but I would, if I compared his rookie season to Jaden Daniels hands down was the much better passer, much better runner as well. I mean, Jaden Daniels is so much better in every way than RG3 compared those two rookie seasons. But could RG3 play in the NFL now? I mean, it remains to be seen. I wanted RG3 to succeed in the NFL so badly. And of course, I wanted him to succeed with the Redskins. Why? Because he was the face of the franchise, it seemed like, after that rookie season. We felt like we had finally gotten a quarterback. He was very electrifying. It was exciting to watch. I think players around him really enjoyed playing with him. But in that sophomore season, it was clear to see that it wasn't working. He really couldn't use his legs, and a lot of times it takes a full season to really bounce back from an ACL injury like he had. And honestly, he probably came back too soon. He probably should have stayed out for about half a season. But I mean, obviously he hasn't had any contact as far as like, football contact and things like that. So, I mean, is he going to be able to take it? How's his legs? How's his knees? Because what made RG3 so great was his ability to scramble, to run. And when that was taken away from him, really was not the quarterback that you thought that he would be. And so if the rumor turns out to be true that RG3 is going to try to make a comeback, which team do you think that he would try to come back with? I could see him maybe going for the Raiders, maybe. I mean, why not? The Raiders, I think, might be a good fit for him. Maybe Miami. We don't know how Tua is going to be as far as his health. If he's even going to stick around in Miami. Places like that. Maybe. I mean, I know that Minnesota has J.J. McCarthy waiting in the wings, but maybe he goes there. Cleveland already has about 30 quarterbacks on their roster, so I don't think they would try to bring him back with Cleveland. Especially now, I think Sanders probably, what I've heard, has played really, or performed really well in rookie minicamp, so he'll probably wind up starting. But I mean, I don't know where he winds up. But I think he has a good shot if he's willing to get back on with the team as a backup. Then have at it. I mean, again, if Josh Johnson can do it, why can't RG3? I mean, RG3 did have some talent. I don't see him ever making this big comeback to where he wins a Super Bowl as a starter, but maybe he's able to come back as a backup, come in and play some games and win some games. Maybe. for a team that needs a good, strong backup quarterback. So let's see what happens with that. No, he won't go back to Washington. I don't see that happening. Maybe he would love to, but that's not going to happen, folks. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this rumor. Do you give it any credence? Do you think it's just junk? A lot of times, some of these accounts on X, NFL rumors, and what was it, the other one, ML NFL or something like that. Obviously, I take them with a grain of salt, but every now and then they post stuff that's just either silly or interesting that I have to talk about it. So this one I had to talk about. It's from NFL rumors, not tied to the NFL whatsoever. So who knows what's going to happen. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with others you think that might be interested in this. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.